this cleaned up. There goes somebody's new coffee table. Not ours. Well, I must say I'm enjoying this. Sitting in the shade of a cherry tree and watching the boys do the work here. This was just a job that I think I got tired of 2 years ago. It's just, those trees were an awful lot. And now we're getting the pile of logs gone, and got a couple left to go there, and he's cutting those stumps down, and they're going to have their stump grinder out tomorrow to finish those off. So they'll be down below grade level. All right, so the pile is gone, and the guy's gone. They're going to be back in the morning. They'll grind these stumps. That must be, well, I don't know, give you perspective here on how big that is. There's my size 11, and this is the really big one. So they cut these down a little bit more, probably cut 6-8 inches off these so they don't have as much to grind tomorrow. And cleared out most of the stuff in the back. I guess they're just going to chip this little stuff tomorrow, and that'll be gone. And managed to not disturb the turkey nest at all. Although the turkey did. She's kind of booted one of her children out there to the side. Oh, she's probably had a rough day with us running, you know, chainsaws and equipment in here. We got the tree services going here. Well, there's the job I really didn't want to do. He's way up in that tree. Now this is why they make the big bucks. And then you got this guy on the other side of the rope there. Hee. Well, this is now the June the 2nd, the next day after our tree guys were here, and we have this nice big pile of wood chips, plus instead of those poplar stumps, he went all through here basically with that big machine, and it kind of mounted to rototilling 15 inches deep. So now we have some material to move around, and some of it spilled over here into the orchard, and I want to move that back. Just rake it around a little bit, smooth it out, and you'll be happy to know that Miss Turkey Hen is still down here even after all that, sitting with their kids. Do we have kids yet? Oh, we got hissing. We got kids or just eggs? We have hissing. Hiss, hiss, hiss. Oh, we got eggs. Oh, good. Good. Well, you just sit there. That's okay. Actually, I do need to get in there and do some sprinkler work, but right next to the nest. We'll have to boot her out for that. But all those logs gone, and all the old poplar got hauled away. This is probably going to be the most fertile soil on the farm for the next couple of years with all that wood chip mulched into it. So here's what Camp A looks like after it's logged out. I opened it up quite a bit. I have yet to get most of the furniture back down and the fire pit, so it's really wide open at this point. And kind of take a look around here. All this got really well cleared out, and the only thing that's left is stuff that's still reasonably alive up at the top, which is, you know, when they die at the top, then they're going. So if they were all the way dead or dying at the top, they took them out for me. And then there was a few that were not quite leaning that bad, but a little bit of a lean, and I'm glad they were here. They actually climbed up those and chunked them down a bit at a time and stacked up firewood ready to be split, about 3 rows of it. Back in here, so we'll let that sit there a year and split it up next year. So yeah, all these, this is where the stumps were ground. In fact, kind of still see a little bit of a pit from one there. I'm coming along with the rake and kind of smoothing things over a little bit with the shavings. And we had, I don't know, 3 or 4 done down on the fence line here that were, they were dying or dead. And got those cleared out, got those ground, and now I should have no stump-sized mower traps out here. And here it is from the back side. Now that it's all cleared out, we're thinking about kind of leveling out in here. Maybe having our excavation guy bring some fill dirt and kind of level a pad out here for the for Camp A, for the fire pit and picnic area. Might be nice. Well, this is always fabulous. This is June the 4th, and just a few happenings around the place. And the greenhouse plants have taken up residence out here in their summer vacation home in front of our bedroom window. So we get to look out at all this every morning. Yeah, you might say, why don't I spread them around the lot a little bit? Well, this way they're all in one spot and I can water them. Off this head and that head. Just sprays them all quite nicely. And we like the splash of color coming out of the bedroom window there. Our grass where the sprinkler trench was is filled in pretty nicely. Still waiting to get the landscape rock here. It's kind of got bumped down on the list a few notches. Well, I took care of most of the rest of the shed demo this morning. So we got the roof all clear. I need to do a little bit of cleaning up back there where trim back the shingles that came up to overlap, and then we'll be ready to start laying down a new roof soon. Well, I got a big piece of this raked out this morning. Have a little bit left to go down there toward the turkey nest. Let's go see how she's doing. She usually hisses at me if I get too close. Boy, she just sits there all day long now. Hot sun and everything. There's How's the babies, Mama? You're not going to charge me, are you? Well, hey there. Boy, you just don't want to get up and leave, do you? And we're pretty stanky about it. Well, they look like they're doing fine. Yeah. Are they doing fine? Thank you for showing me. I know it wasn't your first choice. Okay, I'll let you alone. You can go back. Good. Got rid of that crummy farmer. Just got to sit on it in a certain direction too, I've noticed. Always kind of lined up the same way. Yeah, I didn't take any. You can go ahead and count. Well, down this fence line, going down this way and then all the way along the driveway where those bushes are, all the way down, most of the way down the driveway, we have a drip line, just like a poly pipe drip line. Comes all the way up here right to the base of this tree. And I think Dad used to occasionally just hook a hose up to it and water it by hand. Well, I like for things to be fully automated. So I've been saying every year I want to connect it over to the automation station is over here by the garden. But what I do instead every year, I say, oh, I'll just jury rig it this year, and I lay a hose across. So I have this, I have it on this hose timer actually. I got 4 actual sprinkler timers down there doing other duties, and this is number 5. And so I got this to try it out, and that works pretty good. Except it's the hose across here. And I always forget to pick it up if I happen to be driving across there. And if you drive across it a couple of times, starts putting holes in it. Well, this year I laid the hose across. I said, I'm way too busy to do anything about it this year. I'll jury rig it another year. And I promptly hit it with the mower, which led to that. So I said, phooey. And I need another. This is the theme of this year has been sidetrack projects. But I've started doing it. I'm going to bury a pipe across here. And while I'm at it, I'm going to bury the electric line too. I don't know if you can see the electric there or not. There it is, going across here. Well, lots of times I forget to do that too, like when the farmer's helper was here last in the spring to process the sheep, I forgot it, and he's got a big old trailer taller than that, backed it through the fence, which, you know, it's just a wire, it's not hard to fix, but I thought, while I'm at it, I'm going to bury an insulated wire down there and not have to fuss with that anymore either. So, little by little getting to it. This is actually, there's gravel here under the grass. Once upon a time this looked like a gravel drive all the way up to the barn. It just kind of, the grass filled in over the years, and we actually like the grass, and it still gives pretty good traction in the winter. Anyway, but not fun to dig through. But I'm getting there. I'm almost halfway there.